You want to know how to spot a gold digger in just 10 seconds? I'll show you exactly how. There's a subtle but powerful pattern that all gold diggers follow. If you don't see it in time, you could lose everything: your money, your energy, and even your dignity. But if you do see it, you'll never fall into their trap again. In this video, I'll break down the psychology of gold diggers, the exact red flags they show in the first 10 seconds, and how to test them instantly. Gold diggers come in all forms. Some look like the perfect partner. Others act like your biggest cheerleader. They'll laugh at your jokes, shower you with affection, and make you feel like the most important person in the world. But make no mistake, they don't love you. They love what you have. I've seen friends lose fortunes, men get emotionally wrecked, and even marriages crumble, all because they couldn't see the warning signs in time. The worst part, by the time they realized the truth, it was too late. Their bank accounts were drained, their confidence shattered, and their trust in relationships gone. But today I'm going to give you a cheat code, a gold digger detection system, a simple yet powerful framework that'll help you identify these hidden leeches in under 10 seconds. By the end of this video, you'll be able to spot them instantly, protect your success, and keep your energy for those who actually deserve it. So let's get into it. Let me tell you a story, a warning you need to hear. A friend of mine, we'll call him Jake, was living the dream. He had worked his way up, built a successful business, and was finally enjoying the fruits of his labor. And then he met her. Let's call her Sophia. She was stunning, smart, sweet. She laughed at all his jokes, texted him all the time, and made him feel like the luckiest man alive. At first, everything seemed perfect. She was all in, always wanted to see him, always complimenting him, and always talking about a future together. It felt real. But then, something changed. At first, it was subtle, little comments here and there. Why do you drive that car? You should get something more luxurious. Then it escalated. Suddenly, she was too tired to meet up unless they went somewhere fancy. She started expecting gifts instead of appreciating them. And one night, when Jake casually asked if she could split a bill, her whole mood shifted. The warmth in her eyes turned to coldness. And then, she disappeared. The moment Jake's business had a slow month, Sophia was gone, like she was never there. No closure, no explanation, just radio silence. Because it was never about him. It was about what he could provide. Now, here's the part that'll shock you. The red flags were there from the first 10 seconds of their first conversation. And I'm about to show you exactly what those signs are, so you never end up like Jake. The 5 red flags you'll see in 10 seconds. 1. The what do you do? Test. Picture this. You just met someone, maybe at a party, a cafe, or through a friend. The conversation starts smoothly, and within seconds, they hit you with a question. So what do you do? Now, at first glance, this seems like a normal question, right? People ask this all the time. But here's the key difference. Gold diggers don't ask because they care about your passions, your dreams, or the work that excites you. They're scanning you, running mental calculations in real time. How much money do you make? How much can they extract from you? Are you a gold mine or a waste of time? And here's where you can test them. How to expose them. Instead of giving a straight answer, keep it vague. Say something like, "Oh, I do a little bit of everything. I'm figuring things out right now." Enough to live comfortably. Then, watch their reaction. Do they lose interest immediately and start looking around the room? Do they push for details, trying to dig deeper into your financial status? Do they seem disappointed or change the subject entirely? If so, congratulations, you just dodged a bullet. They weren't interested in you. They were interested in what you could give them. A woman who's genuinely into you won't care about how much money you make on day one. She'll ask what excites you, what drives you, and what makes you tick, not just what's in your bank account. So, next time you meet someone new, remember this simple test. A real connection is based on who you are, not what you have. 2. The material obsession test. Gold diggers have a sixth sense for wealth indicators. You could be wearing a simple t-shirt, but if it's a designer brand, they'll notice. You could drive a car that looks average, but if it's a high-end model, they'll bring it up. These people are trained to spot status symbols, and they'll subtly, or not so subtly, test your financial standing within minutes of meeting you. Here's how it plays out. You meet someone new. The conversation is flowing, and suddenly, they start commenting on your material possessions. Nice watch. Is that a Rolex? What car do you drive? Those shoes look expensive. Must be designer, right? I love luxury vacations. Where do you usually go? Now, asking about possessions isn't always a red flag, but the intent behind it is what you need to watch out for. Are they just making conversation, or are they sizing you up? How to expose them? Here's a simple test. Downplay your lifestyle. Try saying something like, "Oh, I prefer simple things. I drive a basic car. I don't really care about brands. Comfort is more important to me. I'm not really into luxury stuff. I like experiences more." Now, pay attention. Do they suddenly lose enthusiasm? Do they change the subject and seem uninterested? Do they look visibly disappointed or even try to challenge you on it? That's your red flag. A person who truly likes you won't care about what's in your garage or what's on your wrist. They'll be interested in who you are, not just the perks that come with being with you. A gold digger, on the other hand, is only there for the lifestyle. If they sense you don't fit their ideal financial profile, they'll move on. So, next time someone seemed a little too fixated on your material possessions, test them. A genuine person will stay, but a gold digger will expose themselves instantly. 3. The who pays. Test. Here's where most guys fail, and where a gold digger reveals herself instantly. A gold digger doesn't just want money in the future. She expects to be paid for from day one. At first, it might seem harmless. She might say something like, "Oh, I forgot my wallet. You're the man. You should pay." Real men take care of their women. Or she just waits silently, expecting you to pull out your wallet. It's not about the money, it's about the mindset. A woman who respects you will at least offer to contribute, even if you insist on paying. But a gold digger? She'll never even consider it. How to test her? Here's a simple and powerful test you can use early on. The coffee test. If you're out for coffee, say, "Hey, let's split this." The dinner test. After the meal, casually say, "You want to split it?" Or, "You get this one, and I'll get the next." Now, watch her reaction. Red flags. She looks offended or gets irritated. She makes excuses. "I don't usually pay on dates." She acts entitled, saying, "A real man should pay." She laughs it off and waits for you to cover it. A gold digger sees you as a walking ATM, not a partner. If she's only around when you're paying, that's not a relationship. It's a transaction. A genuine woman? She won't mind splitting small things. She'll want partnership, not sponsorship. So, if you notice consistent one-sided spending, it's time to ask yourself, is she here for me, or is she here for my wallet? 4. The instant comfort trick. A genuine person understands that trust takes time to build. But a gold digger? They fast-track everything. From the moment you meet, they act like they've known you forever. Over-the-top compliments, fake admiration, and unnatural closeness. It's all a tactic to bypass your defenses and make you feel special before you even have a reason to trust them. Red flags to watch for. They shower you with compliments. Not just one or two, but constantly. "Wow, you're so different from other guys. I've never met someone as successful as you. You have such an amazing vibe. I feel so safe with you already." They start calling you babe or my love within days of meeting you. They talk about the future too soon, mentioning vacations together, moving in, or even marriage when you barely know each other. They pry into your financial life early on, asking if you own a house, what car you drive, or if you've ever flown first class. Remember, real attraction grows over time. Fake attraction is rushed. A gold digger isn't building a relationship. they're securing a financial safety net. How to test them? Set small boundaries early on. For example, if they start calling you babe too soon, say, "Hey, let's keep things casual for now." If they ask personal financial questions, joke, "You sound like my accountant." If they try to move too fast, slow things down. I like to take my time getting to know someone. Watch their reaction. Red flags. They look uncomfortable or irritated. They try to guilt trip you, saying things like, "I just feel a deep connection with you, don't you?" They act offended or accuse you of being emotionally unavailable. A gold digger isn't interested in you. They're interested in locking you down before you figure them out. A genuine woman? She won't rush intimacy or pressure you. She'll let things develop naturally. So if someone is moving way too fast, ask yourself, is this real, or am I being love-bombed into financial slavery? 5. The lack of reciprocity rule. A healthy relationship is built on give and take, mutual effort, mutual appreciation. But with a gold digger, it's all about taking. At first, they might disguise it well. They'll say things like, "I'm just not used to giving in relationships. I love being taken care of. It's a man's job to provide, right? You're so amazing for spoiling me. I've never had that before." But here's the harsh reality. They don't see you as a partner. They see you as a provider. Red flags to watch for. They never offer to pay, even for small things like coffee or snacks. They always expect you to go out of your way for them, but when you need something, suddenly, they're too busy. They love expensive gifts, but never show appreciation with even a small, thoughtful gesture. They treat your time, money, and energy as if it's owed to them, not something to be valued. Remember, if someone genuinely values you, they'll show it through small acts of kindness, not just words. How to test them? Ask for a small favor, something simple. Example 1. Say, "Hey, can you pick up a coffee for me on your way?" Example 2. Ask to borrow a book or something minor, like a pen or charger. Example 3. See if they remember small details about you, and do something thoughtful in return. Watch their reaction. Red flags. They hesitate, make excuses, or forget. They laugh it off and say something like, "Oh, you can afford your own." They act offended, as if giving back even a little is beneath them. They make empty promises but never follow through. A genuine woman? She won't think twice about doing something nice for you. She'll naturally reciprocate effort in small ways, even if it's just words of appreciation or remembering the little things. Ask yourself, if I stop providing, would she still be here? Because if the answer is no, you already know what's up. Why I'm telling you this? I wasn't always this sharp when it came to spotting gold diggers. In fact, I used to be blind to the signs, just like many men. Years ago, I met someone who seemed like the perfect woman. She was charming, affectionate, and always knew exactly what to say to make me feel special. I thought I had found someone who truly cared about me. But slowly, the red flags started creeping in. She was obsessed with lifestyle, always talking about luxury vacations, expensive restaurants, and designer brands. She never offered to pay, not even once, not even for something small. She only showed excitement when I spent money on her. When I didn't, she acted distant. Still, I ignored the signs, convincing myself that I was just overthinking, that maybe this was how relationships were supposed to be. Then, one day, reality hit me like a train. I had a rough month financially. Business slowed down, and for the first time, I wasn't in a position to spend lavishly. I remember telling her, "Let's keep things simple this weekend." And just like that, her attitude changed overnight. She became distant, started canceling plans, and suddenly had no time for me. Within a few weeks, she was gone, without a single goodbye. That's when it finally clicked. She was never there for me. She was there for what I could provide. That experience changed everything for me. Instead of feeling bitter, I became obsessed with understanding human nature, especially the psychology behind manipulation, attraction, and hidden motives. I studied behavioral psychology to understand how people reveal their true intentions, social dynamics to see how power and resources influence relationships, real-life case studies of men who fell into the same trap. And after years of observing, learning, and experiencing firsthand, I cracked the gold digger code. I started noticing the patterns, the subtle cues, the little tests that reveal a woman's true intentions within seconds of meeting her. And today, I'm handing that knowledge to you. Why this matters to you. Since then, I've helped men avoid heartbreak, protect their finances, and build relationships with women who genuinely care. I've watched guys go from being used and manipulated to commanding respect and attraction. I've seen men walk away from toxic relationships and finally find real, meaningful connections. And most importantly, I've helped them stop wasting time, energy, and money on people who don't deserve them. Now it's your turn. If you've ever been played, if you've ever felt like someone only wanted you for what you had, if you want to protect yourself and make sure your success stays in the right hands, then keep watching, because I'm about to reveal the gold digger detection system that will save you from manipulation and heartbreak in just 10 seconds. Let's get into it. The language of gold diggers. Gold diggers don't always ask for money directly. They're much smarter than that. Instead, they use coded language to test your financial status and see if you're a good investment. These phrases might sound innocent at first, but their real meaning is far from it. Here are some of the most common red flags. I need a man who can take care of me. Meaning, I don't want to work, I want a provider. Red flag. This isn't about love. It's about finding someone a funner lifestyle. A real woman values partnership, not dependency. If she's looking for a financial safety net rather than a real connection, you're not her partner. You're her wallet. Real men pay for their woman. Meaning, I believe relationships should be transactional. Red flag. She's using masculinity as emotional bait to make you feel like it's your duty to spend money on her. A real relationship is about mutual respect, not financial obligations. If she's measuring your worth by how much you spend on her, she sees you as a walking ATM, not a man. I only date guys who drive nice cars. Meaning, your personality isn't enough. Your status is what matters. Red flag. She's not interested in you. She's interested in the image of dating someone successful. A woman like this will never be satisfied because there will always be a man with a better car, a bigger house, and a flashier lifestyle. And when she finds him, she's gone. My ex used to take me on luxury vacations. Meaning, I expect you to outdo him financially. Red flag. She's setting the standard early. She wants you to compete with her past relationships in terms of money and gifts. This is a test to see how much you're willing to spend to win her over. But remember, love isn't something you buy. I deserve to be spoiled. Meaning, I don't bring much to the table, but I expect to be pampered. Red flag. The word deserve is a clear indicator of entitlement. A high-value woman believes in giving and receiving, not just taking. If she only talks about what she should get, but never what she should give, that's your sign to walk away. When you hear these phrases, run. Gold diggers don't show their intentions outright. They drop subtle hints and watch your reaction. If you fall for the bait, they know you're someone who could be manipulated financially. But now, you know the language they speak. And when you hear it, walk away and keep your success for someone who truly deserves it. I didn't figure this out alone. It took years of studying, learning from others' mistakes, and seeing patterns repeat before I cracked the code. At first, I was just like most men, blind to the warning signs, thinking attraction and love were always pure. But after witnessing too many financial and emotional disasters, I started digging deeper. The books that opened my eyes. I turned to psychology, human nature, and power dynamics to truly understand the game. Some of the most powerful books that shaped my mindset were The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene. This book exposed how charm, flattery, and manipulation can be used as tools, not just in relationships, but in all aspects of life. It taught me how people use emotions to control others. The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel helped me understand how people think about wealth, why some chase money endlessly, and why others try to extract it from those who have it. Why Men Love Cheese by Sherry Argov. Even though this book is written for women, it reveals how power shifts in relationships and why some women intentionally play hard to make you chase them and increase their perceived value. 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. This book showed me how power is gained, maintained, and lost. A gold digger doesn't just take money, she takes power. Understanding power dynamics gave me the ability to see through the manipulation. Books give knowledge, but real-life stories bring the lessons to life. I had mentors, men who had been burned and learned the hard way. One was a successful entrepreneur who lost half his wealth in a divorce, all because he ignored the early signs. Another was a high-status executive who spent years financing a woman's lifestyle, only to realize she was secretly seeing someone else behind his back. I even met a self-made millionaire who had to start over from scratch after a gold digger played the long game and drained him dry. Each of them taught me lessons I'll never forget. Now, I pass this knowledge to you. I've seen what happens to men who don't learn this lesson in time. They lose more than money. They lose self-respect, confidence, and years of their lives. That won't be you. I'm giving you the playbook I wish I had years ago, the tools to spot manipulation before it's too late. Now that you know what to look for, no one will be able to fool you again. What makes you immune to gold diggers? The best way to avoid falling into the trap of a gold digger? Become untouchable. This doesn't just mean protecting your wallet. It means building a mindset, lifestyle, and emotional strength that makes manipulation impossible. Be financially smart. Never let someone know your full worth too soon. Test for loyalty. Create small challenges to see their true intentions. Control your emotions. Attraction should never blind you from reality. Gold diggers thrive on weakness and desperation. If you become aware, strong, and confident, they can't touch you. Now that you know how to spot a gold digger in 10 seconds, it's time to apply this knowledge. What do you do if you've already fallen into their trap? I'll reveal that in my next video. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss it.